Have you ever felt stuck, lost, or unsure about how to take control of your financial future? You're not alone. So many of us are waiting for the right time or the right opportunity. But here's the hard truth. Financial freedom isn't something that's handed to you. It's earned, built, and fought for every single day. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the moment is now. Today, I'm going to challenge you to face the reality that most people will never reach true financial freedom. And the reason is simple. They never take responsibility for their financial journey. Most people remain trapped in cycles of debt, poor choices, and missed opportunities because they believe change will come without effort. But change doesn't happen by accident. The strategies you're about to hear are going to shift your mindset, empower you to take action, and start paving the way to the financial freedom you deserve. This isn't about quick fixes or overnight success. It's about real, lasting change. Stick with me, and what you'll learn today can transform the way you think about money forever. Let's start with the reality most people don't want to face. Financial freedom isn't guaranteed. In fact, the majority of people will never achieve it. The truth is, financial freedom is a choice that most people fail to make because they are too comfortable with their current situation, even if it's filled with struggle. They may dream of financial independence, but the reality is they never do what's necessary to make it happen. They stick with the same habits that keep them where they are, trapped in debt or living paycheck to paycheck. But here's the thing, you're different. You're ready for change. The fact that you're even listening to this shows me that you're not willing to settle for the life most people live. You're ready to step into a new way of thinking. You're ready to start doing what's necessary to create wealth and freedom for yourself. But what's holding you back from achieving the financial success you deserve? You might say it's debt. You might think that the weight of your past mistakes is too heavy to move forward. Maybe it's self-doubt creeping in, telling you that you'll never make it. Maybe you're stuck in a cycle where you feel like there's no opportunity, no way out. But let me tell you something. Those things don't define you unless you let them. Debt doesn't own you. Self-doubt doesn't control you. The lack of opportunity, it's just an illusion. You have the power to overcome these obstacles, to rise above them and create your own path. The real question is, are you willing to take responsibility for your financial future? Because this moment right here can change everything if you're ready to take action. The choice to change starts with one small step. You don't need to wait for the perfect time, because there is no perfect time. If you keep waiting, you'll keep delaying your success. The only moment that matters is now. Now let's talk about the root of financial struggles. Why do most people struggle financially? Why do they find themselves in debt, stressed about bills, and unable to get ahead? It's because they fail to understand the power of their decisions. Every financial decision you make today builds the foundation for your tomorrow. You may think that little purchases don't add up, that one small expense here and there won't make a difference, but they do. Every dollar you spend without intention is a dollar that could have been put to work for you. Most people get trapped in a cycle of spending, borrowing, and never really understanding where their money is going. It's like living on a treadmill, running as fast as you can, but never really getting anywhere. You get paid, you spend, you get paid again, and the cycle repeats. This is why most people remain financially stuck. They fail to take control of their spending. But here's the thing, this doesn't have to be your story. You don't have to live in debt or constantly worry about making ends meet. You have the power to take control, to turn things around, and to start building a future where you're not just surviving but thriving. The first step to breaking free from financial struggle is to recognize the patterns. Look at your spending. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you making emotional purchases or buying things that don't add value to your life? It's time to take a hard look at where your money is going and take control. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I'm already doing my best. What more can I do? And I get it. You're working hard, you're putting in the hours, but let's be real, working hard doesn't always translate to financial success. You can work 60 hours a week, but if your money is still going toward things that don't move you forward, you're stuck. It's time to work smarter, not just harder. One way to do that is by mastering your spending. I'm not saying you need to cut out every pleasure or go without things you enjoy, but you do need to start making smarter decisions with your money. The key is intentional spending. Start budgeting. Create a plan for where every dollar goes and make sure it's working for you, not against you. Here's the truth, if you want to build wealth, you can't afford to live in the moment and spend without thinking. Small expenses add up quickly. If you don't control this, it will control you. Every small leak in your financial bucket will eventually drain your wealth, leaving you with nothing to show for it. It's time to plug those leaks and take control of your financial future. But it doesn't stop there. To truly build wealth, you need to start saving. I know saving money can feel like a challenge, especially when you feel like there's never enough. But this is where the magic happens. happens. Consistent saving, even if it's just a little bit at a time, can lead to big results. Start by saving small amounts. It doesn't matter how small, they add up over time. Saving is a habit, not a one-time effort. The more consistently you save, the more you'll be able to invest, and the more your wealth will grow. And speaking of investing, let's talk about the power of it. Too many people overlook investing because they think it's too complicated or too risky. But here's the thing, not investing is the real risk. If you want to build wealth, you have to make your money work for you. Whether it's stocks, bonds, or real estate, there are countless ways to invest and grow your wealth. And the best time to start is right now. It doesn't matter if you only have a small amount to invest. Start where you are with what you have. Over time, your investments will compound and your wealth will grow exponentially. But here's the catch. To build wealth, you need to take risks. I know that's a scary word for many of you. Risk means uncertainty, and that can be terrifying. But here's the truth. The biggest risk is playing it safe. The wealthy know that to build true wealth, they have to take calculated risks. You're not going to get rich by sitting on the sidelines. You have to step out of your comfort zone, take risks, and learn from your failures along the way. But here's the key. Don't fear failure. Failure is part of the process. It's not the opposite of success, it's part of it. If you want to succeed, you have to fail, learn, and grow from those failures. The key is to fail forward. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, to get better, and to come back stronger. If you're willing to face fear and take risks, you'll build resilience. This resilience will carry you through the tough times, and trust me, there will be tough times. But if you stay focused, stay committed, and keep moving forward, you will build the wealth and freedom you desire. Another crucial element in your financial journey is diversifying your income. Don't rely on just one income stream. Whether it's your job, side hustles, or investments, you need to create multiple streams of income. The more income streams you have, the more financial security you'll have. If one stream dries up, you'll have others to fall back on. Diversification is not just a smart strategy, it's a necessary one. And this brings us to the most important part of all, consistency. If you want to build lasting wealth, you have to be consistent. It's not about making huge leaps overnight. It's about taking small, consistent actions every day. Whether it's saving, investing, or learning new skills, consistency is what leads to long-term success. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. The key is to stay the course, be patient, and keep doing the right things every day. So what's the bottom line? If you want to create financial freedom, you need to take control of your spending, start saving and investing, take calculated risks, diversify your income, and above all, stay consistent. This is the path to wealth. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The time to act is now. Take that first step today and commit to doing whatever it takes to make your financial dreams a reality. You've got this. The question is, will you take action? Will you make today the day you start building the future you've always wanted? The choice is yours. So make it count. Let's face it, most people will never achieve the financial freedom they dream of. And the sad part is, it doesn't have to be this way. We live in a world where debt is at an all-time high. Savings accounts are practically non-existent for millions, and the cycle of financial struggle continues for generations. Right now, over 40% of Americans have less than $400 saved for emergencies. Think about that for a second. If an unexpected expense comes up, they have no backup. It's a constant cycle of stress just trying to keep up. And it's not just about people living paycheck to paycheck, it's about a mindset that's been ingrained in us. The reality is most people work hard, but that hard work doesn't automatically translate into financial freedom. Why? Because there's a gap between working hard and working smart. Why is it that despite working long hours, so many people end up broke? It's because they don't have the financial knowledge, the right mindset, or the habits that lead to wealth. Hard work isn't enough. Many people fall into a trap of doing what they're told, working harder, earning more, but still end up struggling. Why? Because the foundation isn't built on understanding how money works or how to grow it. They're running a race without understanding the rules. There are certain money pitfalls that almost everyone falls into, and they don't even see them coming. These are the hidden traps that silently drain your wealth. Procrastination is one of the biggest culprits. So many of us put off the important things, like saving for retirement, paying off debt, or even just creating a budget. We tell ourselves, I'll start next month, but next month never comes. The longer we delay, the harder it becomes to catch up. And that delay, it costs you more than you realize. Then there's emotional spending. It's something most people don't even recognize in themselves until it's too late. How often have you bought something because you were stressed, bored, or just wanted to feel better? You tell yourself, I deserve it, but the reality is those small impulse buys add up. The money you could have saved or invested is instead spent on things that don't add value to your life. And let's not forget the paycheck to paycheck cycle. You may think you're doing all right if you're covering your bills, but have you ever noticed that no matter how much you earn, there's never enough left at the end of the month? It's like running on a treadmill, going nowhere fast. The bills keep coming, and so does the debt, until one day it feels impossible to escape. Have you ever felt like there's more month than money? That feeling of looking at your bank account and wondering how you're going to stretch your paycheck. That's the reality for so many, and it doesn't have to be your future. So what's the real key to financial freedom? It's not more money, it's not even about having a higher paying job. The real key is mastering your mindset. Financial success starts with changing how you think about money and what you believe is possible for you. If you're stuck in a scarcity mindset, believing there's never enough, it's going to be nearly impossible to break free. Shifting to an abundance mindset is a game changer. When you see opportunities instead of obstacles, when you understand that your financial future is in your hands, everything changes. The wealthiest people in the world aren't just lucky, they've learned to think and act in a way that creates wealth. They're emotionally disciplined, they make decisions that align with their long-term goals, not their short-term impulses. So how do you begin to master your emotions and decisions? The first step is to recognize that the way you feel and think about money affects how you handle it. If you constantly feel stressed, overwhelmed, or fearful about your finances, those emotions will drive your decisions. If you want to create lasting financial freedom, you have to change how you respond to money. What if your financial freedom wasn't about earning more, but about changing the way you think and act with money? What if your mindset and your emotions are the biggest factors standing between you and the life you want? Start by taking responsibility for your thoughts and actions. The first step toward financial freedom is in your hands. It's all about mastering your mind. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have the secret to wealth, while others struggle just to make ends meet? What's the difference between those who thrive financially and those who barely get by? The answer isn't always about hard work or luck. It's about mindset. Your beliefs, your thoughts, and your attitudes shape your financial reality more than anything else. What if I told you that the key to wealth starts with the way you think? What if the first step toward financial freedom isn't earning more, but changing the way you think about money? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear could unlock the door to the financial success you've been waiting for. Let's dive into something powerful. Your mind is like a garden. What you plant today grows tomorrow. If you're planting seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity about money, that's exactly what you'll harvest: more doubt, more fear, more struggle. But if you plant seeds of belief, positivity, and growth, you'll start to see opportunities, wealth, and prosperity flourish. Your beliefs about money shape everything: how you handle it, how you grow it, and how you attract it into your life. When you truly believe that wealth is possible for you, your actions will reflect that belief. You'll make better decisions, you'll take smarter risks, and you'll recognize opportunities that others overlook. But if you don't believe that you're capable of achieving financial success, your actions will be based on fear. Fear of loss, fear of failure, and that's when things start to fall apart. What beliefs about money are you planting in your mind right now? Are they beliefs that help you grow, or are they beliefs that limit you? The choice is yours, and it starts with what you choose to believe. Now let's talk about something that can truly change everything: the shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. It's a shift that not only changes your financial reality, but it changes the way you approach every opportunity that comes your way. Living with a scarcity mindset means you're constantly focused on what you don't have. You're afraid there's not enough to go around, and that mindset creates fear, stress, and bad decisions. When you're trapped in scarcity thinking, you hoard your money, avoid risks, and limit your potential. You feel like there's never enough, and that mindset keeps you stuck in a cycle of lack. But the abundance mindset is the complete opposite. It's about seeing possibilities, opportunities, and growth everywhere. It's about understanding that there's more than enough for everyone. When you shift to an abundance mindset, money becomes a tool that can create opportunities, build relationships, and solve problems. Instead of fearing the future, you start to see the future as a place full of chances to thrive. What if you started thinking of money not as something you lack, but as a tool you can use to create opportunities? What if you embrace the idea that wealth is something available to everyone, including you? This shift isn't just about being positive, It's about aligning your thoughts and actions with the reality that there is enough out there for everyone, and you are worthy of a piece of that abundance. Now let's get real. If you're going to take control of your financial future, you have to take responsibility. This isn't a fairy tale. Wealth isn't something that falls into your lap. It's something you create. And the first step in creating that wealth is taking full responsibility for where you are today. You are the captain of your financial ship. If you want to change your direction, you have to take control of the wheel. The moment you stop blaming outside forces, circumstances, other people, or even the economy, and start owning your financial situation, that's when the change begins. Because when you take responsibility, you take power. You become the person who shapes your future, not the victim of your past. The key to changing your financial path is recognizing that you hold the power, no one else. If you want more money, more opportunities, or more financial freedom, it starts with you. No excuses, no blame, just action. You've got the wheel. Where are you taking your ship? Have you ever felt like your finances are slipping through your fingers, no matter how hard you try to hold on? Like no matter how much you work, it's never enough to secure your future. Well, I'm here to tell you that the way you handle your money doesn't have to be a mystery. You don't need a financial degree to change your situation. You need a plan. In this speech, I'm going to guide you through a practical blueprint for building real wealth. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just simple steps that will transform your financial future. This isn't just about making more money, it's about making smarter decisions with the money you already have. Stay with me and I promise that by the end you'll have the tools you need to take control of your finances and start building wealth, starting today. Step 1. Take control of your spending. Stop the leaks in your financial bucket. Imagine your finances as a bucket. Every dollar you earn is like a drop of water, and if that bucket has holes in it, no matter how much you pour in, it's never going to fill up. Your spending is like a leaking bucket. Every dollar that slips away is an opportunity lost. This is the foundation of your financial situation. If you're not actively managing your spending, you'll never be able to build wealth because your money is constantly draining away without you even noticing. The first thing you need to do is create a budget. A budget isn't just a list of expenses. It's the blueprint for your financial control. It's where you make decisions on what to keep, what to cut, and where to allocate your money. When you budget, you're telling your money exactly where to go instead of wondering where it went. Once you have a budget, it's time to track your spending. If you don't track where your money is going, you'll miss the small leaks that are draining your resources. Whether it's that subscription you forgot you signed up for, or that daily coffee habit, these little leaks add up. It's time to start uncovering them and patching them up. What are you spending money on right now that's not adding any real value to your life? Take a look at your current spending habits and challenge yourself to stop wasting money on things that don't serve your long-term goals. The leaks in your bucket are costing you far more than you think. Step 2, start saving and investing. Plant the roots of your financial future. Now that you've got control of your spending, it's time to plant the roots of your financial future. Think of saving and investing like planting a tree. A tree doesn't grow overnight, but when you plant the roots and water them consistently, it grows strong and steady. The same goes for your finances. Every dollar you save and invest today is laying the groundwork for the future you want. Let's talk about saving first. Saving doesn't require a huge amount of money. It's about making it a habit. A little today goes a long way tomorrow. Whether you save 10% of your paycheck or just a few dollars here and there, it's the consistency that matters. Over time, those small amounts add up to something much bigger. But saving alone won't get you to the level of wealth you desire. You need to invest. Investing is the magic that makes your money work for you. You see, when you invest, you're tapping into the power of compounding. That's where your money earns money. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. No matter how small, start saving and investing today. Time is your greatest ally. The longer you wait, the more you'll lose out on compounding growth. So take action now. Even if it's just a little, it's better than doing nothing. Step 3. Develop multiple streams of income. Diversify your financial flow now. Let's talk about the importance of multiple streams of income. Relying on a single paycheck is one of the riskiest financial moves you can make. If something happens to that paycheck, you're left vulnerable. But when you develop multiple income streams, you create financial security and growth. Here's an analogy for you. Think of your income streams like fishing rods. If you only have one rod in the water, you might catch something, but what happens if that rod breaks? You're out of luck. But if you have multiple rods in the water, you increase your chances of bringing something in. The more income streams you have, the more chances you have for financial growth. There are many ways to build additional income streams. You could start a side hustle, like freelancing or selling a product. Or you could start investing in stocks, real estate, or even a business. Passive income, like earning money from things you set up once and let run, can also be a game changer. Whether it's creating content online, rental income, or dividend-paying stocks, these streams can provide income even when you're not working. Are you relying on just one paycheck to secure your future? If your answer is yes, it's time to rethink that strategy. Diversify. Create additional streams of income. It's one of the best ways to secure your financial future and grow your wealth. Building wealth isn't about overnight success. It's about taking smart steps every day, consistently making better decisions with your money, and staying focused on the long-term vision. This blueprint is within your reach. Take control of your spending, start saving and investing, and develop multiple income streams. These are the steps that will lead you to financial freedom and security. Now it's time to take action. Your future self will thank you for it. Have you ever felt like your dreams are just out of reach? No matter how hard you try, you know you want more, but something is holding you back. Maybe it's the fear of failure, fear of what others might think, or the uncertainty of the unknown. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Fear has a way of sneaking into our minds, convincing us that we're not ready or capable. But I'm here to tell you, fear is the enemy of progress, and today we're going to face it head on. In this speech, we'll talk about how to overcome fear and doubt, take the necessary risks, and turn failure into the fuel for your growth. This isn't just about pushing past fear, it's about using it to propel yourself forward. If you're ready to step into your full potential and take control of your future, keep listening. What you'll learn today could be the key to unlocking your success. Fear is the silent killer of dreams. It's that voice inside your head that tells you to stay comfortable, stay safe, and not take any chances. It convinces you that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, or that success is for others, not for you. But here's the truth. Fear is what keeps you stuck. It holds you in place, paralyzing you from taking action that could change your life. What's holding you back? Is it fear? Fear of failure? Fear of not being good enough? Or fear of the unknown? Whatever it is, it's time to face it. Fear doesn't protect you. It deceives you into thinking that by staying where you are, you're safe. But in reality, staying where you are is the riskiest move you can make. Fear is not a shield, it's a cage. And if you don't break free, you'll remain trapped inside it, forever wondering what if. Let's talk about the paradox of fear. It seems to protect us, doesn't it? It tells us to be cautious, to avoid danger. But the truth is, fear is the very thing preventing you from growing, from reaching your full potential. Fear keeps you from taking risks, the risks that are necessary to move forward, to learn and to succeed. It's time to realize that your fear is what's holding you back from everything you want. Imagine success as a tall, daunting mountain. You can see the peak, but you know the climb won't be easy. To reach the summit, you need to take risks. You can't get to the top without risking a little along the way. Every step up that mountain requires you to trust yourself, to step outside your comfort zone, and to take risks. But here's the key: not all risks are created equal. You don't need to take reckless leaps. Instead, you need to take calculated risks. A calculated risk is a decision made after careful thought and consideration. It's about weighing the potential rewards against the possible downsides. It's about knowing that failure might happen, but understanding that it won't destroy you, it will teach you, help you grow, and move you closer to your goals. The first risk you need to take is investing in yourself. This is the most important step you'll ever take towards success. Whether it's spending time to learn a new skill, improving your health, or getting the education you need to grow, this is the investment that will pay the greatest dividends. And I'll tell you this, no matter where you are right now, taking the first step is the riskiest but most rewarding thing you can do. What's the risk of staying where you are? Think about that for a moment. What is the cost of never taking a chance, never investing in yourself, never growing? Staying where you are may feel safe for now, but the longer you wait, the more opportunities you lose. It's time to climb that mountain and take that first step, even if it feels uncertain. The view from the top will be worth every risk you take to get there. Let's get one thing straight. Failure is not your enemy. In fact, failure is your greatest teacher. You've heard the saying, fail forward, right? Failure isn't something to be afraid of, it's something to embrace. It's a sign that you're pushing boundaries, stepping outside your comfort zone, and taking action. Every time you fail, you're one step closer to success. Have you ever noticed how many successful people have failed more times than they can count? They didn't let failure define them, they let it refine them. Every setback, every mistake was a lesson that helped them grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. They didn't quit after the first failure or the second or the 10th. They failed, learned, and kept going. Here's the thing, resilience is a skill. It's built through overcoming failure, facing challenges, and never giving up. When you learn to get back up every time you fall, you build mental toughness. Resilience is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's what allows you to continue moving forward no matter how many times you fall down. Shift your mindset. See failure as a lesson, not a roadblock. When you fail, don't dwell on what went wrong. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? When you reframe failure as a learning opportunity, you remove its power over you. Failure is not the end, it's the beginning of your next great lesson, your next step towards success. Fear, doubt, and failure, they're all part of the journey. But when you understand that taking risks is necessary for growth, that failure is an essential step to success, and that resilience is your superpower, you'll stop letting fear hold you back. Take that first step, invest in yourself, and learn from every setback. You've got what it takes to climb that mountain, and when you do, you'll look back and realize that the risks, the fears, and the failures were the very things that made you unstoppable. Have you ever had a dream, a goal, or an ambition that seemed just out of reach? Have you ever felt like you're working hard but not seeing results? Here's the truth. Success doesn't come from a single big leap. It's the result of small, consistent actions that add up over time. If you want to reach the top, you need to build your foundation brick by brick. In this speech, I'm going to show you the true power of consistency and discipline. You'll learn how even the smallest actions repeated daily can lead to remarkable results. This isn't about quick fixes or shortcuts. This is about creating a lasting foundation for success. The idea that success happens overnight is a myth. Real success isn't built in a day. It's built every single day. The big wins come from consistent efforts, day in and day out. Think of it like sculpting a masterpiece. A sculptor doesn't take one big swing of the hammer and hope the statue forms. They chip away slowly, with precision and patience. Every small strike, every tiny adjustment adds up, shaping something beautiful over time. That's what success is. Small actions, done consistently, compound and lead to extraordinary results. No matter how small the step, it matters. What small, consistent actions can you commit to starting today? Maybe it's setting aside 15 minutes a day to work on your goals, or maybe it's choosing to make one healthier decision at a time. Every choice you make today is part of shaping the future you desire. Now let's talk about discipline. Motivation is fleeting. Some days you wake up feeling fired up, ready to take on the world. But most days, motivation is nowhere to be found. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline doesn't care if you're feeling motivated or not. It's the drive that keeps you going when the excitement fades. When motivation is gone, discipline will carry you forward. It's like the engine in a car. It keeps running even when the road gets tough. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not that one group is more motivated. It's that one group has built the discipline to push through, even when it's hard. How do you develop discipline in your life? It starts with building habits. Discipline is simply a collection of habits, actions that you repeat over time until they become automatic. Start small. Maybe you wake up at the same time every day, no snooze button. Maybe you set aside time each day for personal growth, no matter how busy you are. Over time, these small habits become ingrained in your routine. They create a lifestyle of consistency, and that consistency becomes the backbone of your success. Are you ready to choose discipline over fleeting motivation? Motivation will come and go, but your discipline can be your constant ally. It's in your control. By creating disciplined habits today, you are setting yourself up for long-term success. The path to success doesn't require constant bursts of motivation. It requires consistent, disciplined action. Take that first step today and make consistency your new way of life. Do you ever find yourself chasing after quick fixes, wishing for overnight success? You've seen the ads, heard the promises, and maybe even tried those shortcuts. But here's the truth, real wealth takes time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. In this speech, I'm going to challenge your perception of what success looks like and remind you that the long road is the one that leads to true, lasting financial freedom. What you're about to hear is a call to patience, persistence, and the power of consistency. Success doesn't come from shortcuts, it comes from steady, deliberate action. Stick with me because by the end, you'll have a clear understanding of how to start building your wealth the right way, one step at a time. When it comes to building wealth, patience and persistence are key. The truth is, Wealth doesn't grow overnight. It's not about taking a massive leap. It's about small, consistent actions over time. Think of it like running a marathon. You don't win by sprinting at the start. You win by pacing yourself, sticking with the plan, and keeping your eyes on the finish line. Every step counts, no matter how small it may seem in the moment. Let's think of it this way: planting a tree. When you plant a seed, you don't see the fruit immediately. In fact, it takes years for a tree to grow and bear fruit, but with consistent care, watering, sunlight, and patience, you'll eventually have a tree that provides you with abundance. Wealth works the same way. You nurture your finances with smart decisions, patience, and time, and eventually they'll grow into something that supports you for the long haul. Quick wins may feel good in the moment, but it's the steady path that leads to lasting success. So ask yourself, are you ready to take the long, steady path to financial freedom? The choice is yours. You can chase after quick gains, or you can focus on building something sustainable that will pay off for decades. The marathon will test you. It'll demand persistence, but the rewards, they are worth every single step. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful tools in wealth building: compound interest. You've probably heard the term, but let me explain why it's so important. Compound interest is often called the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. It's the magic of time, how your money can multiply not just based on the amount you invest, but also on the interest you earn. Over time, your money works for you, building upon itself. Imagine this: you start investing a small amount every month, maybe it's $50 or $100. Over time, that small investment grows, earning interest on the interest. The longer you leave it, the more it grows. If you're consistent, those small investments will lead to big returns. Think about it. What would your future look like if you invested consistently for 10, 20, or even 30 years? What could your life look like if you started today? That's the power of long-term investing. It's not about making big moves. It's about starting, even if it's small. And guess what? The sooner you start, the more time you give your money to grow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Your future self will thank you. And let me be clear about one thing. Focus on the long term and the rewards will follow. You may face moments of doubt where the hustle feels tough, but that's when your commitment to the long game will shine. True success doesn't come from chasing after short-term wins. It comes from consistently showing up, even when it feels like the progress is slow. Short-term hustles aren't enough. They'll get you some results, but they won't lead to lasting wealth. It's the long-term commitment, the consistent effort day after day that will pay off. Keep pushing forward even when it's hard. Stay disciplined. The hard work you put in now will build the foundation for a future that is secure, free, and full of possibilities. You've got this. Stay focused and trust the process. Have you ever felt stuck, unsure of what step to take next, or perhaps waiting for a sign, a signal, or the perfect moment to act? I'm here to tell you, that moment is now. This is your turning point, right here, right now. The longer you wait for the right conditions to fall into place, the longer you delay the success you deserve. The truth is simple: waiting won't get you anywhere. It's time to stop looking for reasons to delay and start taking action, one step at a time. In this speech, I'm going to show you how to turn hesitation into action, and how that one small step can propel you into the future you've always dreamed of. This is more than just a motivational speech. This is a call to action, a call for you to stop waiting and start building. Are you ready to take control of your future? Let's dive in, because the time to act is now. This is your moment, no more waiting. How many times have you told yourself you'll start tomorrow, next week, or next month? How many times have you been waiting for the perfect time to make your move? Let me tell you something. The perfect time does not exist. You have to make the time now. Start with one small step, then keep going. It's not about making the leap all at once. It's about that first step. Whether it's opening an investment account, setting up a budget, or even just deciding to educate yourself more on your finances, that first step is the key. Progress begins with action. Are you ready to take control of your future? I'm not asking if you're ready for everything to fall into place without effort, because it won't. I'm asking if you're ready to move past hesitation, fear, and the need for perfection, and start taking action. The time to wait is over. Break free from waiting. The time is now. Your future will be built by the steps you take today. Stop waiting for something to change and create the change you need by acting. The longer you wait, the longer you stay stuck. Take control now and start moving forward. Are you willing to do what most won't, so you can have what most don't? That's the question I want you to sit with for a moment. You see, financial success isn't about following the crowd. It's about doing what others won't do. It's about making tough decisions, learning new skills, and making sacrifices when others are choosing comfort. The price of success is high, but the payoff is worth it. It takes commitment, courage, and a willingness to step into discomfort. What will you choose today? Will you stay in your comfort zone, or will you choose the path of growth? Success is a journey, and it's not always easy, but I can promise you this: the path to financial freedom, to the life you've always wanted, is not found in comfort. It's found in the hard choices you make today. You're not just going to survive, you're going to thrive. This is not about scraping by or getting by. This is about building something that lasts, something that gives you freedom, peace of mind, and opportunity. The question is not if you can build wealth, it's will you. Will you make the decision today to stop waiting, to stop making excuses, and to start taking action? This is your time. Take action and make it happen. Don't wait another minute. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the choice to take that first step. Make it now. Make it today. Your future depends on what you do right now. You have what it takes. Now it's time to show up and make it happen.